Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I did a video earlier about the fact that Decory was in the team to face Ipswich in the pre-season friendly, and now I'm going to give you my two pennies worth of how I thought the game went, and give you a rundown of the players that were involved and stuff like that. So here, just back here a little bit, you should be seeing the lineup for the first half of the game, and there was obviously a few young players in there because half of the squad is in Singapore, but there were a few first team players in there, and there was you had Wilfried Zaha, Jeffrey Schlupp, Luke Plange, Eze and Christian Benteke in there. There was no Elise, not even on the bench, I don't think. No, there was no Elise in the squad at all. So it could be that he's injured, or maybe he's being rested for some other reason, something like that. But he wasn't in the squad today. Okay, so that was the squad you should have seen for the first half, hopefully. And so what happened was the first half was really, I thought the first half was fantastic. You know, we played really well. We were linking up quite well. We were playing the ball through. We were trying to open up players down the sides, and actually it was a fantastic first half of football. We looked like we were in control of the game. Ipswich had the odd chance here and there, but by and large it was our game in the first half. And I have to say, the one that stood out for me in the first half was Luke Plange. I thought he was absolutely amazing. He not only did he score a hat-trick, and a very nice hat-trick as well, nice little deft touches past the keeper and stuff like that, but he was also really good in the game as well. He was bombing down the right hand side, he was taking players on, he was racing back to track back and look out for players and stuff like that. He was making himself available. He really was a fantastic player, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League, certainly. I was also very pleased that Nathan Ferguson, he got 45 minutes. He played the whole first half this time, and that was absolutely fantastic to see him playing that game after the 30 minutes he played at Accrington Stanley. And I really hope that this is going to be the start of something for him to build his fitness up, and to get somewhere where he can at least be more of an integral part to the team. And by the way, I'm going to interrupt you here, but by the way, if you want to catch up with daily news from Crystal Palace and things like that, don't forget to subscribe. You can also join me on Twitter over at palacetothecore.com, but it really does help me to improve the channel and to move it forward, so thank you very much for doing that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go on to the second half. So we scored 3 goals in the first half, and we were doing really well. I thought we played quite well. We were dominating the game. Second half we made some changes. So the goalkeeper Goodman came off, Ferguson came off, as I said before, Decory came off. I'm going to talk about him in a minute, and also they were the changes that we made at half time. And just to go on to the first half a little bit more, the third goal was actually scored by Christian Benteke. He scored it on 42 minutes, and that was a very good goal as well. He set up the 2 Luke Plange goals in earlier on in the half as well, so I thought he had a pretty good game too. And I'm going to go on to Decory as well. Decory, I think he played really well actually. He did some fantastic little passes through the middle, which were great to see his skills going on there, and I thought he actually had a very solid game. Obviously he's not going to be completely up to speed with the way that we play and everything like that at the moment, but I think he had a really solid game. But let me know what you think about him and the rest of the players in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about who you thought was stands out, people that stood out in this game as well. Into the second half, and we had a big changeover, as I said before. We had some young players come on. So we had Will Hughes, he came on in the middle. We also had Joseph Whitworth and Joe Sheridan. They all came on at 45 minutes. And second half we weren't quite as good as we were in the first half. We were a little bit looser, not quite as connected as we were in the first half. And Ipswich as well were a little bit better in the second half. They were playing a bit a bit more urgency, and they were trying to create chances and things like this. So it was a bit of a different second half to the way it was in the first half, and that's how they managed to get their 2 goals. And it was Ball and Aluko, both of them around the 70-minute mark, 70 minutes and 78 minutes. They scored their 2 goals, and they were decent goals. And I think that there was a little bit of an issue at the back at the time. But in general, I thought that the second half was okay. Not as good as the first half, but I thought it wasn't too bad at all. Before that, of course, though, we had Luke Plange getting his 3rd goal, his hat-trick, and that was on 57 minutes. And this one was a fantastic little lob from Wilfried Zaha from through the middle over the defence, and he came onto it and directed it past the goalkeeper. It was a great little goal and a great little assist by Zaha as well. Zaha, I thought, played okay. You know, he had a decent game. He was trying to get involved. He was doing a few tricks here and there. He didn't necessarily get the service that I think he wanted, but when he did get the ball, he was really good. And I think the whole team, in general, I think played really well. I thought that we enjoyed a lot of possession. I think that we did quite well with it as well. Second half, I think that Ipswich came into the game a bit more, but I think we were still quite solid for the most part, and it was just a couple of little errors that led to the goals. But I think in general I was quite pleased with all of the players out there. I don't think there was anyone that I wasn't particularly pleased with. If I was going to choose a man of the match, I would definitely say Luke Plange. I think with the hat-trick and also the way he played, he was absolutely fantastic today, and I'm really pleased that he's come into the team and is playing so well, and I hope that we're going to see him in the Premier League with the team as well at some point. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, what you thought was your standout moment, who your man of the match would have been. And also in another video coming up, I'm going to be doing a kind of a roundup of the 3 games, so that's Accrington Stanley, Liverpool, and this one against Ipswich Town, and I'm going to be trying to dissect the highlights from those 3 games, the bits that I think are going to be good for us going forward into the future, into the next season. But until then, thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye.